Germany calling. Germany calling. Here are the Reichsender ambush. Station Bremen and Station DXB on the 31-meter band. You are about to hear our news in English.
Headline news. Heavy German bombers directed a large-scale attack against Potsdam. The new German blitz attacks are more nerve-wracking than the bombardments of 1940 and 1941, writes Newsweek. Field Marshal Rommel is again on the French west coast on a tour of inspection. The Sphere states that the man in the street doubts the results of the British and American air raid. Field Marshal Einstein indicated that in the event of an invasion, Germany would be in a position to deal out heavy counter blows.
Was ist unser heutiges Deutschland? Nicht wieder schön, nehme ich euch hier Blicke bei sich. Mein Lebenskampf ist nicht umsonst.
Affirmative, on my way. Fire!
Tonight, das Team Sportscast Network presents Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right, the moment you've been waiting for has come yet again. Tonight on the TSN, the Team Sportscast Network, we bring you RTCW fun. We've got the Quakecon qualifiers, and tonight I am not going solo into the battle. With me, TSN Sabo on the mic. Sabo, glad to have you. Looks like Sabo's gone AFK. I figured that was going to happen.
Good.
Sabo, I'm not sure if you and I are having some lag or whatnot the situation might be. I'm just waking up. Oh, stretch. But are you able to hear me loud and clear, buddy?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, but I have a feeling that you are not.
Well, I'm hearing you now, and that's all that matters. That's what counts here tonight. TSN, the Team Sportscast Network. Sabo, going to be good to have you with me tonight. We've got Team Helix versus All Guns Blazing UK. Very interesting story here. A UK and German team going head-to-head here for the Quakecon qualifiers.
Indeed. In fact, I've got a little bit of information about Team Helix here. They've never faced off against Team, what's their name? Team Helix. Not Team Helix. I'm looking at All Guns Blazing, the UK team. Why? Because I can actually read the site. They've never gone up against Team Helix before, but they do have quite a record. Not sure how many teams they've managed to defeat, but they have won a lot. I'm seeing only two losses and 2 ties in their entire history of being a clan. That means I'm probably going to have to put my money right there on All Guns Blazing UK. Back to you, Warwitch.
Well, whatever the case may be, many of the teams in which we shoutcast for the Quakecon qualifiers are new teams, not only to us, but to you guys. A lot of teams in the lineup here going head-to-head and squaring off for what is bound to be the largest event of the year, Quakecon 2002. And tonight, we're covering our first matchup here this evening. Team Helix, the German team, versus All Guns Blazing UK. As you've said, buddy, it looks like All Guns Blazing, these guys here have got it locked down. They've got that incredible record. What exactly is that record? Does it give a full listing of the games won and lost, and what leagues and ladders do they play on?
Let me tell you right here, they've played a total of 46 matches, 42 wins, 2 ties, and 2 losses. No clue on what ladders they play on, but that's definitely a very impressive record.
You know, that record and that experience that this team is coming in tonight with is really going to help them on a map MP Ice. Now, I'm not sure how much either of these teams have played MP Ice, but it is the newest addition to the arsenal of RTCW League Online play, not necessarily multiplayer play, but League Online play. MP Ice, a map that I have shoutcasted excessively for the past few days. We're going to continue that here in round 1 of the Quakecon 2002 qualifiers tonight on the TSN, www.tsncentral.com. Myself, Warwitch, and Sabo. Sabo, it's kind of nice to start things off so early here around TSN, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, normally you and I, and we're not really getting things going on till like 10 o'clock at night, so it's nice to get things going early. It's nice to bring that RTCW fun, and I'm personally, once again, very excited to cover the carnage and the bloodshed between these two opposing teams. It is, Sabo, really a reenactment of World War II. We've got the Brits and we've got the Germans, and clearly, no matter what team Team Helix is on tonight, Axis or Allies, they are the Axis, and we're going to see if these guys can come out on top versus a very experienced UK all-guns blazing team.
Well, that's right. We don't have much information on either of these teams. No one really knows that much about them over here in the U.S. It should be an amazing match. It's anybody's game here. Looks like All Guns Blazing got the impressive record. No information on Helix yet. Still working on that. Helix, a German team, versus the Brits. World War II reenacted indeed. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and hop in this server now, so I'll toss it back to you.
All right, Sable, we'll see you here in the server in a moment. This is the TSN, the Team Sportscast Network, and we'll be back to cover Team Helix versus All Guns Blazing UK here, 7 p.m. EST.
Knife planted.
Get out of there. Move it.
Negative. I'm a soldier.
The invasion of Normandy continues tonight on the TSN as we bring you RTCW from the OGL.
You are tuned in to German Overseas Service in Berlin, broadcasting to North America. There is the German Overseas Service in Berlin, broadcasting to North America over stations in the 19, 25, 28, 31, and 41 meter bands, which correspond to the 15, 11, 10, 9, and 7 mid-cycle bands.
Welcome back to the TSN Axis Shoutcast here tonight. You know the drill if you're a longtime TSN listener. You can expect a lot of action and excitement. Quakecon qualifiers right here. I am Warwitch. TSN Sabo, the Saboteur, with me across the war table. Sabo, you've been doing some research about Team Helix and All Guns Blazing UK. Did you find out any more information to aid us in our war efforts tonight?
Yes, I've
losing the transmission.
got a bit of information on you here.
Welcome back. Lost you on buddy phone.
Alright, sounds like I'm back.
You're back.
Alright, got some information on Team Helix. I have to say, look out to All Guns Blazing. Team Helix has won a total of 88 matches, losing 4 and tying in 5. Now, they've played roughly half their matches have been Jedi Knight 2, half in the Castle Wolfenstein. Lots and lots and lots of experience with Quake 3 engine games. So it should be a spectacular fight here tonight. Back to you, Warwitch.
Well, Team Helix is a German team representing the Axis. Tonight, TSN goes global as we bring you the Germans versus the Europeans, the English, as it were. And we're not talking about just Axis and Allies. We're talking about these guys, different parts of the world going head-to-head here tonight. Going to be a lot of fun as we cover the action here for you. We're still waiting on a couple players to join up on the server. It gives us a good chance to talk about MP Ice. MP Ice is a very decent map. It's not one of my favorites, to be honest with you, but it is a good map. You've got an Allied fortress. The Allies are on the defense here, and they're defending against the incoming Axis. The Axis now, what they've got to do, they start off at their Axis camp. They engage and move through the shipping hallways, capture the flag in the staging hallways themselves, and then engage by making a plant on the fortress wall, assaulting the Allied fortress for one of several different directions, engaging up the upper tier of the ladders on the Allied fortress, grab the documents, bring them back through the shipping hallways, through the north or south connection, and then through the long icy run to the Axis transmitting tower. So it's a very big map and many objectives tonight. We're going to see a lot of action, and as always, Sabo, we're going to see the Allied defense become very offensive as they try to control the shipping hallways, and as we saw with the Doctors versus Twisted Realm several days ago, we might even see an Allied team take the battle to the Axis spawn point, utilizing a blitzkrieg-style defense to sweep the offense away. Back to you.
Indeed, the best defense in this case usually being the offense. There are two extreme choke points here on the level. MP Ice. Just after the Axis get out of their spawn points, they have to run through one of two tunnels. Two small, tiny little tunnels, making each team, the attacking team, the Axis team, very vulnerable to Panzerfausts, grenades, flamethrowers, and the like. So as long as the Allies can move up forward to those tunnels, not necessarily suppressing the Axis at the spawn points, but more like capturing them, outflanking them on their route, they can just off and do some serious damage. Currently in warm-up mode, waiting on 5 players to ready up. Again, the level is MP Ice, TSN Sabo, and Air Warwitch bringing the epic battle, Britain and Germany. Team All Guns Blazing and Team Helix here on MP Ice in the Quakecon Qualification Championships. Back to you,
Well,
Warwitch.
let me hop into IRC here and give a quick rundown of some of the other games that we've got coming up for all you all dialed in. We've got a lot of Quakecon qualifier games lined up for you right now. Team Helix versus All Guns Blazing UK at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. The Real Frag Doctors versus Infinis Esports with Cold Shot. He's got the call on that one. Then at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go off to the Cal, what am I looking for? Not the finals, the playoffs, Cal playoffs tonight, as Affliction do battle head-to-head with Dark Side. It's all for the gold tonight. Well, for the silver. I mean, the actual finals are for the gold. So it's all for the silver tonight. Other games we got coming up here for you on Friday night. Barons of Hell versus the Violent Infantry Brigade, 7 p.m. EST. Once again, Quakecon qualifier. The Half Smiley Faces versus Clan Capital at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night with yourself and myself, Warwitch. And finally, Empire versus Alliance of Pain at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is also a Quakecon qualifier tomorrow night. So we got a lot of good stuff lined up for all of you people dialed in. And, Sabo, I think we're just about ready to kick the game off. We are still missing a few players for the Helix roster. And it should probably give me a chance to pass it back to you and then to grab myself something refreshing before beginning the shoutcast tonight. Back to you, buddy. And no sign of Sabo, so we're going to cut to a commercial. We'll be back in a moment. TSN.
The man the Allied forces would have to face on the beaches of Normandy was Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, one of the most brilliant generals of the war. In December of 1943, he was appointed by Hitler to command German army units in northern France, to hurl back the Allies if they landed there. Inspecting the huge fortifications at Calais, less than 30 miles across the English Channel from Britain, he found the defenses formidable. The beaches of Normandy, however, were a different matter.
Hello, CBS. Hello, NBC.
Das Oberkommando der deutschen Wehrmacht ist bekannt.
Jeder hat uns augenfrei auf unsere Grenze gestellt. Wir geloben, dass jeder mal im Freiheit seinen Blick.
The space 400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the passengers speeding around.
Followed suit while Field Marshal Goering and Grand Admiral von Raeder raised up a song.
Betreiber Sieg! Heil! Sieg! Heil! Sieg! Heil!
Germany calling. Germany calling.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein immediately.
Das alles ist heiß! We're taking fire!
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won war by dying for his country.
Affirmative.
You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
Affirmative. On my way.
Tonight, das Team Sportscast Network presents Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Welcome back. Sorry to have you guys on hold for so long. Here's the rundown for you. You are dialed into the official shoutcast, the Team Sportscast Network, Team Helix, the Germans, versus the British. All guns blazing, UK here tonight. I am Air Warwitch, representing the glorious, the Axis Army. And with me, TSN Sabo, the Saboteur. Sabo, we've been standing by. It looks like OGL Jaster, the admin tonight, is giving us the A-OK that the game is going to start in 3 minutes, regardless if Helix can field their entire team or not. We talked about both teams just a little bit. Touch earlier, Helix hailing from Germany with 88 wins, losing 4 and tying 5. And all guns blazing with almost an equally impressive record. Right now, both teams are gearing up, and we do have that match delay. But that is expected, Sabo, in World War II action. All you.
Indeed. All guns blazing. In just a moment, I'll have their official record brought up. Again, the teams are All Guns Blazing and Team Helix. German team versus a UK team, reenacting World War II here on NPI on the Team Sportscast Network. Unfortunately, Buddy Phone rendering a couple of issues, pooping out on me a little bit, causing my mic to be muted from time to time. Not good, but manageable. Right now, still waiting. I'd say maybe about 2 minutes before this match officially begins. So what do you say we look at All Guns Blazing official match history, if their page will ever load. There we go. They've had a total of 46 matches played. 42 of those matches won, 2 draws, 2 ties that is, and 2 losses. A very impressive record. The German team, Team Helix, a little bit more experienced, but a roughly equal record percentage-wise. It should make for an outstanding match. Looking down the pings, the German team, Team Helix, as expected, lagging just a little bit, just due to the fact that they are located a bit further from the server. Wow, the UK team, Team All Guns Blazing, excellent pings there. Most of them in the just barely breaching 100. Should be a pretty good match, though. Back to you, Warwitch.
Well, the pings are nominal. Once again, as you say, Helix team has a little bit of higher ping issues than All Guns Blazing, but both pings are in the higher range, being that they are playing across the Atlantic Ocean and engaging tonight head-to-head on the New York server here, OGL. Quakecon 2002 qualifiers here tonight. That's what's going down. The Team Sportscast Network brings it to you every single night. We've got 2 games tonight, 3 games tomorrow. We've got another Quakecon qualifier coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if we can get to it. And at 10:30 p.m. EST, we've got the Cal playoffs, Affliction versus Darkside. That's going to be a good game. Be sure that you are here and dialed in for that one tonight. We're going to be starting in about 1 minute, Sabo, and I'm looking forward to it tonight. The map is MP Ice. Good luck now being exchanged, and the teams are gearing up. OSP being utilized tonight, Sabo, with about 2 players standing by to ready up. It looks like we've got a green light to cover the action tonight here on TSN.
Definitely an outstanding week for TSN. Amazing matches going on left and right. Currently waiting on 1 player to ready up and type /ready in the console to start here on MP Ice. Quakecon qualifying should be lots of fun. In fact, talk about Quakecon for a bit. Cannot wait for it, August 15th through the 18th. If you can't make it, you can just tune in to TSN. We will be covering the action live 24 hours a day. Can't talk about that. Why? Because we've got 8 seconds till match start. Back to you, Warwitch.
Well, the crowd is excited, and the game is about to start here tonight. Thanks all for your patience. Glad to have you dialed in this evening. The game is now underway. Let's give you a rundown on the rosters. We're looking at a 6-on-5 situation. Helix coming in here with 5 players unable to field the full 6. Helix, Fizzle, Nookie, McFly, OB06, Rabbi, and Thrill versus AGB, All Guns Blazing. Sabo, give us a rundown of the AGB roster. Nothing from Sabo. Sabo, are you there, buddy?
Alright, Warwitch, looks like Buddy Phone puts out a little bit. Seeing some action right here, looking at All Guns Blazing UK team holding position, trying to hold on to that flag, looking at, what's his name, Warmonger 18, taking out a few Axis Team Helix German troops. Again, Team Helix. The German team playing on the Axis side here, looking in the tunnel closest to the Axis spawn point. Seeing the allies all offensive. Team All Guns Blazing, moving forward in the tunnels, using them as a choke point, holding Team Helix off. Looks like the shipping hall was briefly taken by the Axis team, reclaimed. Looks like Rabbi right there, grabbing the flag, claiming that forward spawn point to bolster the Team Helix offensive. Back to you, Warwitch.
Once again, quick rundown for you. Incoming first round, round 1. Team Helix 5 members versus the 6 members of the Allies AGB. Helix PB, PB Breezer. I don't know how to. I can't pronounce it. A new Helix member is in the game, soon going to be a 6-on-6. Incoming Axis, the Helix team here tonight. They've got 5 members. They're trying to capture the flag area. They do so. Let's find out if they can get a plant on the service doorway. Now moving in. There we go. Helix with 6 members. There's the plant, brought to you by Nookie McFly. He's got the plant down, and really remarkable to see that Helix, even with 1 man down, were able to capture the shipping hallways. They were able to make the plant, and now they've got a full roster. This shows to me that Helix, even 1 man down, has got the skills to get things done against the AGB team, All Guns Blazing UK. Axis versus Allies. Helix right now gearing up in the service hallways. Their team, they're communicating, no doubt, in the Axis German native tongue. And it looks like we got a service door breach, and incoming Helix now going to be sweeping to the Allied fortress. Sabo, pick up the action.
Alright, right now, looking at the Allied fortress, no German Helix teams going on. Around this current area, hearing a lot of gunfire being exchanged. Looks like it's coming from the wall. Well, we got some Team Helix members running around. Where the heck did they go? Oh, looks like they're coming out the top of the, what would you call this room? Coming out the top of the tunnel leading to the Allied headquarters. Artillery fire preventing anybody from coming out there. Don't see any action here at this fortress. Where are they? Back to you, Warwitch.
The majority of incoming Team Helix coming in from the lower shipping hallways and fighting their way out to the main courtyard, but thus far, AGB shutting them down. A lot of action initially right there by the shipping doorway that has been breached. Looking right now, AGB defense give you a rundown on the upper tier. Against the documents, we've got AGB Warmonger, 18 in position guarding the documents. He's a lieutenant. He's got the MP40 out. He's looking down. It might be a Thompson, rather. AGB in the front courtyard now rushing inside the lower hallways near the shipping doorway where we got a lot of machine gun action going down. A lot of carnage happening right here. Incoming a Helix OB06 and Compatriarch's Thrill right there taking charge. And they've got charge right now of the lower area just below the Axis Fortress, now moving out into the courtyard. These guys are now engaging, and I've got the Axis Cat in the background. Shut the hell up. Back to you, buddy.
All right, looks like the Axis teams are climbing up the ladders. They are storming the documents. I'm looking at PB Reezer, Axis troop. He gets detonated. Looks like a Panzerfaust took him out. Kaboom!
Massive
those are actually artillery fire taking him out.
Massive support fire right
AGB,
there.
all guns blazing.
Back to you, buddy. I'm just talking over you. Carry away the action.
All guns blazing, definitely turning their base into a wall of fire as the invading Germans, the Axis team, Team Helix, comes up, ceasing the Axis offensive, preventing them from even touching those top secret plans, those top secret documents once. Back to you, Warwitch.
Once again here on the upper tier, AGB Jaeger off on the far left-hand side near the fortress wall. The fortress wall yet has not been breached. AGB Warmonger, a lieutenant, reinforcing now Jaeger, the medic, a two-man AGB strike force. My cat will not shut up. Throw something at her right there. There we go. God, driving me crazy right here. As the battle continues tonight, incoming Helix now really trying to come out of the service hallways here and engage the enemy. Incoming Helix Thrill, he's a medic, he's all alone, and he's taking heavy machine gun fire from all sides. But incoming down right here, Helix member P. Breezer is going to make the revival right there. Nice revival in the field from P. Breezer, and we've got the Helix team. Two members now on the near the fortress wall itself, looking for an engineer. We've got Rabbi, another medic right here. Helix struggling into field against AGB. They need to get a plan on the fortress wall. They need to come in a full group. They need to assault as a squad, but they are suffering from incoming airstrikes, and Helix is pinned down against the fortress wall on the far left-hand side. Back to you.
All right, the Axis team, Team Helix, all outside the Allied fortress. They're going to come through the front gate, actually, all of them together. One Panzerfaust would be deadly, but no, it looks like AGB Yuri coming in with a Thompson or an MP40 doing some firepower, but no! Support fire taking out a number of the Helix team, practically obliterating Team Helix. One of them manages to run into the Allied fortress. Lost track of him, so did Yuri. Yuri playing a bit of defense as a lieutenant, Allied lieutenant, for all guns blazing. 3 minutes 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Allied team doing an excellent job of holding down the fort. The Axis team, Team Helix, has not even touched the top secret plans once. In fact, don't even see Team Helix anywhere around the base. Here they come, running out the tunnel. Threll, all alone, a medic for Team Helix, runs across two AGB members. MP40 fire coming in all over the place. He backs off, regroups with his teammates. Looks like Team Helix is just outnumbered at the moment. They're hiding on the opposite side of the base of the wall. Incoming Allied air raid wiping out Team Helix team. Helix P. Breezer, medic, healing the only surviving member of Team Helix as they storm the front gates. Allied team, all guns blazing, definitely trying to prevent them from entering the base. P. Breezer for Team Helix, trying to enter the front door of the base. He gets taken out. Axis offensive has been halted by the Allied team right there. Back to you, Warwitch.
All right, let's talk less, pass more. You and I are rambling for like minutes at a time. That was incredible, Sabo. I don't think I've ever even been able to talk that much. Good coverage right here from TSN Sabo just across the war room from me right here. Let's get a quick rundown. AGB defensive position, 2:22 on the clock right here. We've got Jaeger, we've got Redfive standing by, Lieutenant and Medic upper tier. A little attempt from incoming Helix, who have now got a breach on the fortress wall. We've got a nice rush from these guys. Helix Fizzle, a Lieutenant, a Rabbi, the Medic, and others are now gearing up around the fortress wall and making their charge. They're going to try to take it to the upper tier and grab the document Sable, but they're having a hard time. Pick up the action, buddy.
Alright, looking at the upper, now where these top secret documents are, no Axis, no Team Helix troops right now. Even an air raid about to wipe out the entire Team Helix team. Does it! Boom! Air raid wipes all but one of them out. Who is that one? T-Breezer. Looks like T-Breezer and Threll alive for Team Helix.
AGB Warmonger right there with the incredible support fire. Lays down a world of her, taking down almost every single member of Team Helix as they try to get a breach in through the fortress wall. Try to get inside. Once again, Warmonger right there calling down the thunder. He's a wind talker, and he makes it happen right there. Just incredible amount of carnage against Team Helix. Really trying to get inside, but can't get large, can't be in charge right here. Team Helix Fizzle now incoming. He's a Lieutenant coming up to the upper tier, up there from the lower ladders to the upper tier. He comes out on top. No, Fizzle taken down by AGB Jaeger, and with 1 minute remaining, it looks like AGB is going to lock it down for the full 10 minutes. Sabo, we got 1 minute on the clock, and we're going to pass it back to you. 1 minute warning. Ladies and gentlemen, Sabo, all you.
Team Helix definitely in a world of her. Only 54 seconds to get those documents and run all the way back to their base. Practically impossible as I see air raids bouncing all over the place. Don't see the Team Helix offense anywhere. Tell us what's going on, Warwitch. Where are they?
Well, looking for Team Helix right here. The offense is being splintered in their incoming by just a group of massive artillery fire. We've got a grab right there, allied grab or Axis grab on the documents. Quick take a look here. It is Helix T-Breezer, but it is returned as he is taken down, T-killed by Helix Fizzle. The TK right there is not going to serve them well, and they're going to be talking about that in the Axis War Room in the days to come. A TK by Fizzle. The documents go down, and they are then returned by AGB. 10-second countdown remains right here. Good game being exchanged, and AGB hold off the incoming Helix team for a solid 10 minutes. The Allies are going to win that one right here, right now. Sabo, good defensive coverage from AGB.
10 minutes is what the clock was set at by Team AGB. Got to write that down in my match notes. Total suppression going on there by AGB. Well, that and excellent use of artillery fire and air raids, rather, not air rides. Wiping out Team Helix over and over again. Pain for Team Helix. They got to beat Team All Guns Blazing. Axis side this time has to be 10 seconds. Back to you, Warwitch.
Back in the game for the next round here. The roles are going to get reversed. AGB incoming Axis. What this means is these guys have got the entire time of 10 minutes on the clock here tonight. Helix put in a dangerous situation now as the Allied defense have got to hold off AGB for that entire 10-minute time. We're going to really test the Helix defense here tonight, Sable, to find out if they can do it. Incoming Allied Helix defense right now, moving into the shipping hallways. That's where the action is going to explode tonight. And Sable, pick up the action. TSN.
A little bit of action going on as Team AGB, now the Axis side, rushing into the shipping hallways. They're making their way through the series of tunnels, getting held back by Team Helix, though. AGB Rabbi trying to medicanize his fellow teammates. Not going to do him much good. Ends up getting taken out. Warmonger alive. Somehow single-handedly takes out, 3 allied Team Helix players. Shipping halls reclaimed. All the AGB Allied or Axis troops regrouping there in the shipping hallways. Tell us what's going on with Team Helix.
Well, the service door has just been breached. AGB incoming Axis now get the penetration. It is Warmonger 18 backed up by compatriot URV incoming now, dropping airstrikes to the secondary tier of the Allied base here on the Allied upper directive. We got one man taken down by URV support fire. It was Rabbi from Helix. He's down. He was a lone defender, and URV dropping grenades inside of the document room itself. It is clear incoming right now. We're going to have a very early touch as URV circles around. No, gets ambushed on the right-hand side. URV taken down by a duet. 2 incoming members of the Helix team. No 3 swarm all over the upper tier, and that there was the chance for AGB to make a grab, but they delayed, and Helix was able to reinforce the upper tier, but we've got AGB Redfive incoming, and the rest of the AGB team, we've got a grab right here. Sabo, another massive kill by AGB Vash. Wow, major Panzerfaust kill right there, buddy. We've got a grab indeed. AGB Warmonger 18. Let's pass it off to you.
AGB Warmonger, watching him with the top secret documents, battling his way. He looks to be all alone at the moment. Axis again. AGB with the top secret documents. I'm following Warmonger. He's all alone. No allied players, no Axis players around him. Panzerfaust narrowly misses Warmonger. He's still alive though, making his way out of the tunnel, back onto the snow, heading off to the transmitter tower. Nobody on this guy. Maybe there's an ambush waiting up the road. Back to you, Warwitch.
He's all alone. He's got a pistol now near the tower. Entering the tower himself, pistol out. Could be an ambush. Is there an ambush? No! The Axis successfully beat the clock, and that is the point right there for AGB tonight. 1-0 AGB up on top here tonight. Quakecon qualifiers. Soldiers and soldats, commanders and commodores here tonight for the Team Sportscast Network. Having a good time. Air Warwitch right here with me on the mic. TSN Sabo the Saboteur. Sabo, good stuff being exchanged so far between these 2 teams. We've got Jaster, the OG men. We've got Helix and AGB, all guns blazing. AGB from the UK, Team Helix from Germany, and right now AGB up 1-0. Give us another quick rundown, Sabo, on the rosters as the game continues.
Alright, this time around, Team Helix on the Allied side with OB06, Nookie McFly, Rabbi, PB Reezer, Fizzel, and Thrill. AGB Axis side with Redfive, Hard Nut Jaeger, Vash, Warmonger, and Yuri. Definitely, right now action has just begun. Allied Team Helix on the offensive this time. I hear Panzerfaust off in the distance. Tell us what's going on there, Warwitch.
Well, now just moving down to the side of the action. Once again, it is MP Ice. It is Quakecon qualifiers. It is AGB opening a world of hurt. Nice grenade tosses right there. Helix going down and dropping in the field. AGB incoming Axis offense right here. We've got 6-on-6 action. They now control the flag staging area. AGB Jaeger remains behind in the flag area. We've already got a service door breach. Incoming AGB Engineers. Axis team already with the breach on the door. Here's a rush. First one through the door, or second one through the door. AGB URV. Lieutenant right here is going to now head up to the secondary level, to the actually primary level, and then the secondary level. Now up to the upper tier right here of the Allied Fortress is going to get taken down. Helix Rabbi right there takes him down, but backed up by an AGB medic. Hardnut makes the revival right there on AGB URV. They kind of hide out in a cubby hole right here. Upper directive of the Allied Fortress. AGB Vash right there. Nice Panzerfaust, and here's a 3-man rush to the document. Sabo, back to you.
Objective taken.
Alright, documents have just been taken, but I see an Allied Helix player with a Panzerfaust getting ready. Some fire coming in to Hardnut. Hardnut, though, a medic with the documents, healing himself, trying to wait for his team so he can regroup and increase his chances of survival. He's just kind of waiting on the top level of the Allied Fortress. Again, Axis player AGB Hardnut with the documents. He's going to run down the ladder. No, he's not. He's just going to hide. He's hiding away, waiting for his teammates to cover him. Where are they, Warwitch?
Well, I've got a direct lock on a Hardnut here. He's now by the fortress wall, but takes it inside, and he's going to head down to the service doorway. Hardnut now with the grab. Hardnut MP40 in hand. Hardnut now looks like he's a medic down into the service hallways now, moving very silently with stealth down. Engaged from behind. No, it was a teammate down into the north connection, moving towards the half-track. Hardnut now moving towards the half-track, backed up by several members of AGB. Machine gun fire, opens fire, makes the revival on a compatriarch, then makes the return, heading now quickly. Hardnut with the grab. Hardnut across the long run. Hardnut now incoming. Hardnut towards a little ambush inside the Axis transmitting fortress, but it's clear, and the time is set to 2:49. AGB in charge here tonight as they do it, and they get it done here on the Team Sportscast Network. Sabo, good time set from AGB 249. Roles are now reversed.
AGB gets it done and gets it done fast. 2 minutes, 49 seconds is the time to beat. for Team Helix. Again, Team Helix, the German team, now on their Axis side, their home side, their native side. AGB allied again, going to have to hold down the fort for an entire 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Based on what we saw in round 1, it shouldn't be that difficult of a task for AGB. But then again, Team Helix, this time, 6 players strong. They've got a full lineup. They might be able to do just a bit more damage. Back to you, Warwitch.
Well, once again, welcome to the Quakecon Qualifiers. Qualifiers? I don't know what word I just said. Quakecon Cauliflower. Welcome to the Quakecon Qualifiers 2002. As the game is now underway, the map is MP Ice. It is AGB, all guns blazing, UK versus Team Helix. Score 1-0 in favor of AGB. AGB then set the time to 2:49 on the clock. AGB allied defense. First one into defensive position. AGB URV into the vents that overlook the flag area. Backed up by AGB Hardnut Medic, who follows them in, but they're ambushed inside of the vent area. But Hardnut makes the revival right there. AGB being rather frisky and risky in the flag area. Jaeger the medic as well. Incoming AGB Warmongers. MP40 taking out Threll from Helix. And then Fizzle taken down by Redfive. We got a dynamite plant right here. AGB going to try to rush their engineers upwards to make the disarm. It is Helix. Helix is in charge of the door itself, the service doorway, and AGB comes out on top of the doorway, but Sabo, AGB has no engineers to make a disarm, and 153 remains. Back to you.
Without engineers, that dynamite is definitely going to blow in a matter of moments. Boom! There goes the service door. No Axis. No Helix troops at the moment available to storm it. Helix Threll runs in, capturing the flag, capturing the forward spawn area, and runs off to the service door. Definitely the Axis wanted to come through that service door, as I'm looking right now at an engineer. Helix Nookie McFly dancing around, bringing up the flank for the Axis Helix team, as I see a bit of a gunfight going on inside the building. Helix again wants to come up and take those top secret documents. They're on the mid-level, climbing up the ladder, about to make an assault. Tell us, bring up the action, Warwitch. Back to you.
Got switched to first-person mode right there. Not what I was looking for. Right here, guarding the documents, AGB Warmonger 18. First, on top of the radio equipment itself as incoming Helix members. Got to grab it. TV Breezer with a grab. He's got it. He's running for his life like a quarterback. He dives behind a series of crates and barrels. 46 seconds. He's got himself a grab. Airstrike being dropped. Moving by the fortress wall. Airstrike goes off. He leaps aside. What a run! Oh, PB Breezer blown aside just as he is about to enter the service hallways. Nice run. Nice play right there from that running back for the Helix team, but he's not able to get the sanctuary of the service hallways as he's obliterated by an airstrike and incoming machine gun fire. Very nice run, but again, not going to happen, and that was the last hope right there for Helix. 19 seconds remains. The objectives have been secured, and it looks like we're going to get another point right here for AGB. Sabo, take us home. 10 seconds remain.
With only 7 seconds now, it is impossible for Team Helix to take this. 3 seconds, 2, 1, no action going on up here near the plans. Allies win right there. Axis, Team Helix couldn't beat the clock. AGB scores himself another point. It is now 2-1, or no, 2-0. 2-0, and we're going into round 3. Again, a true reenactment of World War II. Helix, a native German team versus all guns blazing, a native United Kingdom British team going at it head-to-head here in Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the Team Sportscast Network. Sounds like the battle's going to be beginning. Kick it off, Warwitch.
Well, back in game, I'm your Axis Shoutcaster. As the Axis go mysteriously missing in action tonight. 6-on-6 action. Game underway. Axis Team Helix. OB06, Nookie McFly, PD, or P Breezer, whatever. PB Breezer, P Breezer. Rabbi, Fizzle, and Thrill versus AGB Redfive, Warmonger 18, Vash, Jaeger, Hardnut, and URV. What's going down right now is it is yet again a Helix's chance to set the time on the clock. The last time in which they had a chance to do so, they were unable to make the plant. They were not able, or make the grab. They were not able to make the grab within 10 minutes of the time itself, which meant a very easy point for AGB. For this whole game to change, right now Helix really needs to get themselves a grab and a cap very early on to change the momentum of a game that is clearly in favor of the European British Army, AGB, as they now take the Allied defense against incoming Helix Axis offense. Incoming Axis Helix now, dynamite plant near the service doorway. Very nice maneuvers right there. We've got a reinforcement of incoming AGB Allied troops into the service hallway, but the service door is down. Sabo, pick up the action around the service doorway.
Service door breached. Helix running through that service door, getting ambushed by some Allied troops. AGB Yuri and Hardnut. Also, let's see, yeah, just Yuri and Hardnut sitting there trying to ambush Team Helix. Helix trying to outflank them. Now it works. Helix and AGB in a serious firefight just outside of the service door. Let's see, looks like AGB, all guns blazing. Allied team coming out on top right there, holding back the Axis for just a while. Tell us what's going on with Team Helix right now.
Well, incoming Helix rush, a massive rush, 5 members incoming right here, running like a blitzkrieg. It is just non-stop fun. You charge in and you take down anything that moves. AGB falling right there to the iron hammer of Helix. They come out on top and they secure the lower hallways just in front of the main courtyard and just within reach now of the documents. We got a Helix plant on the fortress wall right here, incoming Axis. Helix all over the upper tier. Helix coming hard. Helix, P. Breezer, or P. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. It's pissing me off. P. Breezer. Incoming P. Breezer right there with the attempt. AGB Warmonger grenade taking out the Helix capper, but P. Breezer right there with a grab off the body of his comrade. Takes it down, and he's got the grab into the service hallways, but returned by AGB Redfive. Oh, nice return play right there. Redfive comes out on top. Good stuff. Good stuff. Back to you, Sabo.
Alright, looks like the second those documents were returned, Helix P. Breezer picked them up. Not sure where he went, though. Can't find P. Breezer at the moment. He apparently ran down into the service tunnels, the service hallways. Heading down. Don't know where he is, though. Tell us what's going on, Rich.
I've got a good lock on P. Breezer. P. Breezer is ambushed by the service doorway. He tries to hide, but to no avail. He hides just by the service doorway, by the crates and barrels, tries to hop up on top, but the incoming Allied defense knows where he is. AGB spots him. They bring out the machine gun fire, and they mow him down against the wall. It is an Allied firing squad, and it is good night for P. Breezer. P. Breezer not able to do it, the objective secured, but another grab. Helix, Thrill with the grab. Thrill now with the attempt. Let's get a lock on Thrill. Do you have a lock on Thrill for the Helix team?
Do not have a lock on Thrill. Sitting here camping by the service hallways, just trying to find out where the heck Thrill is. Have you found him yet, Warwitch?
It looks like Thrill is likely down in the field, and the objective is going to get secured. Let's return to ghost mode, free float mode here. And we are looking at a document return. The documents are back into the Allied hands. They are in the Allied radio room at the moment, and the Allied AGB team now in charge. Once again, it is AGB Warmonger 18, a lieutenant wielding the crafty airstrikes with a deadly skill, backed up by AGB Jaeger, who is the medic in this operation on the upper tier of the Allied fortress. Allies reclaim the shipping halls. Nice. Incoming Allied AGB defense right there. Very aggressive as the Helix team is rushing forward right now through the shipping doorway, but being ambushed on all sides by AGB Redfive. It's 5:34 remains, buddy. The score is 2-0 in favor of AGB Helix. What began as a nice rush has now faltered into a mad, just orgy of destruction for the Helix team. Incoming Helix right now off their spawn point. You're going to see these guys coming in from the north connection. Sabo, pick up the action.
Team Helix continually going through that service door. This time looks like they might be taking an alternative route, running through, capturing the flag, capturing that forward spawn point, running outdoors in front of the Allied AGB base. Helix, Fizzle, and P. Breezer getting ambushed by some Allied troops. Looks like just one Allied troop. Not sure who that was. Ends up getting taken out. It was P. Breezer right now. Medic healing himself, waiting outside the Allied wall, waiting on some troops to regroup. He ends up getting ambushed by Yuri. He's going to go down. Tell us what's going on right now.
Massive firefight here just around the fortress wall of the Allied fortress itself as incoming Helix being cut down in the field by the power of the AGB machine gun fire at long range. AGB Vash, the medic, right near the front of the Allied fortress. out there on the field with the remainder of his comrades fighting off the incoming Helix team as they come out of the service hallways themselves. The Allies again recapture the service hallways and begin to whittle down the time. AGB URV is TK'd by AGB Vash. That's going to go down in history right there, and 404 remains. Helix, that rush entirely pushed back. They did not even get past the Allied fortress wall, and now we've got another rush. 3 members right here from the Axis spawn point. OB166 Threll, and it is P. Breezer. The medic leads the charge. They're going to take this rush into the service doorway. A 3-man Axis incoming Helix rush. In a moment, we're going to find out exactly what the AGB team can do. They're there. They expect it, and the machine gun fire opens up. Who comes out on top? It looks like Helix comes out on top right there, just by the service door. Back to you, Sabo.
Helix looking at Helix. P. Breezer for the Axis team. He's taking a lot of fire. Tries to make it up the ladder. Does not do it. In fact, I just saw Fizell trying to sneak around with a grab of those plants. He ended up getting ambushed outside the radio tower, the Allied radio tower, getting killed before he could grab those plants. Allies, AGB, on top at their fortress at the moment. Tell us what's going on with Team Helix there.
Well, no incoming Team Helix right here off the far left-hand side from the ladder. Incoming, trying to approach the Allied radio tower itself, but that's guarded by the lethal Lieutenant Warmonger 18 and his equally deadly companion, AGB Jaeger, the medic of death. Now AGB Vash as well, another medic, upper tier right here. Axis now again recapturing the shipping hallways, looking down into the shipping hallways and the snow-covered mountain that looks down into the halls themselves as they empty out to the field of the Allied fortress. We have got AGB Redfive, the lieutenant, now moving inside. It looks like a lot of action going down right here on the flag staging area as Helix does capture the flag, but they are being held back with 2:16 on the clock. Buddy, back to you.
Alright, looks like Team Helix right now hopelessly outnumbering the Allied AGB team in the service door area. They come out onto the mid-level of the air raid. Going to try to take him out. Doesn't do much damage, just kind of a team kill. Redfive with his air raid team killing Warmonger. Axis Team Helix climbing up the ladder here on the left side. This is Rob I medic healing Threll. The Axis team, Team Helix, coming through, trying to take control of the top level. Looks like they're going to do it. The only surviving member of the Allied team, Team AGB, is Warmonger. He's lying in wait, but he's hopelessly outnumbered. Still alive, though, hiding in the room with the documents, tossing some grenades. Battle going on. 2 air raids going to be coming in. Documents were just now picked up by Helix Fizzle. He runs out, gets it blown apart. Air raid, double air raid, takes out everyone on that upper tier. Ceasing the action for a while. Back to you, Warwitch.
Alike taken out right there. Incredible action on the upper tier right there as Axis and Allied airstrikes take everybody down. But P. Breezer has got himself the grab. He's going to take this document through the service hallways. I've got a lock. Now moving to the half track and the south connection. He's got a pistol. P. Breezer all alone. 54 seconds on the countdown. AGB ambush possibly imminent now to the Axis transmitting station. P. Breezer inside 1, 2, and a 3, and they set the time to 9:15 on the clock. Not a good time by any means, but it beats not setting a time at all, and Helix gets it done in 9:15.
Team Helix now setting the clock 9:15. They've got their work cut out for them on the defense, on the Allied side this time. They've got to hold the very aggressive AGB offensive off for an entire 9 minutes 15 seconds. No easy task for any team. Anyways, looks like the action is going to start any moment now, so I'm going to kick it right back to you, Warwitch.
Well, I'm here and I'm standing by and I'm out of breath, as you can expect. Quakecon qualifiers tonight. Game is now underway. Yet again, here's the storyline for you. AGB with a lead at 2-0. Helix tries to return the favor to get themselves a point. They set the time on MP Ice to 9:15. Out of 10 minutes, Helix held off the entire time by the all guns blazing UK team. And now AGB fastest grab and cap time at 2:49. They've got all the time in the world to get things done. Incoming AGB Axis team, Dynamite Plant already on the service doorway. 826 remain Sabo. AGB Warmongers, MP40, followed by Helix Thompson, taking down URV. It is a mass hysteria of carnage and destruction here in the service hallways as the battle rages. 8:10 remaining. A lot of action here in the service doorway, but AGB comes out on top. And in a moment, we're going to have a breach. There's the breach that we're looking for. The door is open, and that's going to allow the incoming Axis AGB team, Hardnut and URV, the penetration they need to the Allied fortress. All you.
Alright, currently watching AGB Jaeger sitting here holding up the flank for Team AGB coming through the service door. They're moving slowly. They're bidding their time, trying to stay together so that they can outnumber Team Helix and take them out with superior firepower, superior numbers. Now they're working their way up to the ladder on the side of the Allied fortress. Who's this climbing up it? That's AGB Jaeger. He climbs up. He gets met with an MP40 in the face as he pokes his head over that ladder, takes him out, falls to his doom. Hardnut, though, Hardnut medic healing the dead members of AGB. Axis troops running up. Looks like an air raid's going to take them out in just a moment. They're all together. Kaboom! Air raid wiping out Team Helix. Team AGB. Pain right there coming from Helix. Back to you, Warwitch.
Massive jousting going on between the Helix team. Helix clustered around the radio transmitting room, engaging versus the Helix team coming up on the left-hand flank, or rather Helix Allied defense clustered around the radio room versus incoming AGB Axis off their left-hand flank, but Helix comes out on top. The majority of the Helix team, lieutenants and medics all over the upper tier as they machine gun fire down. P-Breezer on the far left-hand side, machine gun fire. Incoming AGB yet still do not have the breach on the fortress wall, but AGB is everywhere. They are like ants swarming across the Allied fortress. Helix right here trying to hold it down. 621 remains. Here's another airstrike right here, left-hand side. Takes out, it looks like it is AGB Hardnut taken out by P-Breezer. Support fire, nice kill right there. Warmongers, MP40, taking some ass right there on the upper tier as well. We got mass carnage, hard to follow the action. AGB versus Helix upper tier tonight. MP Ice, back to you.
Team Helix right now, watching them, they are on the Allied side this time. They were just now proverbially putting all their eggs in one basket, putting them all on the top level, trying... Oh, what's going on? They're off.
AGB Vash triple Panzerfaust the kill right there. He is in charge. Incoming Allied, or incoming Axis offense with the Panzerfaust, whips it out and lays down 3 members of the Helix in the field. It is over. Objective grab right there. Who's got the grab? Sabo, pick up the action.
Watching AGB Hardnut right now with the grab, working his way down through the service tunnels. He's covered by a number of his teammates. AGB Hardnut, again, with the objective, running through these service tunnels on his way outside, about to set foot in the snow. No Allied Helix troops on him at the moment. AGB Hardnut definitely free, covered by at least 2 members of his team running. Oh, ambush by the Allied troops. Knocks someone down, didn't knock him down. Air raid's going to take out Hardnut. Kaboom! Hardnut dead. Objective returned by Fizzle. Terrible for Team AGB. Back to you, Warwitch.
Nice attempt from AGB, but Helix swept out of the south connection, ambushed by the German half-track right there. The Allies knew what was going down. They threw a series of air strikes that pushed back the AGB capper, Hardnut, and compatriots. The machine gun fire was then laid down in execution styled, and Helix right there. Nice defense from those guys. Make the return, and it is back and secured at 4-2-3 right here on the clock tonight. Incoming AGB has still got plenty of time. These guys can get that cap in 2:49, and now even though that time has passed, they have still got about twice the amount of time they need. AGB Warmonger right there, an incredible kill. AGB Warmonger again with the support fire, lays down a world of hurt, and 5 members of Helix go down. Wow, what a kill right there for Warmonger. 18, back to you.
Watching AGB Warmonger, a lieutenant with the objective, running down into those service tunnels, just like the last The last near cap that occurred, AGB Warmonger all alone, no teammates to cover him, no allied troops to harass him. He's all alone, running past that little vehicle with a machine gun on his way to the Axis transmitter, not seeing anybody on him. Let's go find out if there's anything in. No ambushes waiting for him. He's got a clean pass. Tosses a grenade just to clear the room. Runs up to the transmitter, successfully beating the clock. Axis win. Back to you, Warwitch.
Going to be a score right there of 3-0 in favor of AGB. Good game being exchanged, and the Helix team go down. These guys fall to the merciless skill of All Guns Blazing UK. We're going to find out if a round 4 is going to be played, but pretty much it is unnecessary here tonight. The game is over as AGB walk away the victors here tonight. We'll be back with more of the action. We're going to let you know what's going down. Score 3-0. AGB walks away against the Germans tonight. I'm not happy about it, but that's the way it is. It's a good game, and we're back with more in a moment.